Good morning. Lesson 4.1. We're in a new chapter, right? Graphing linear equations. Now, this type of equations have more than one answer. They have one constant, right here in vocabulary. A constant is a number that does not change, and they have variables. Variables are numbers that do change. And linear means that it's a straight line, right? Linear. It's a straight line. So these equations have more than one answer. Let me write an example of a linear equation. And just for you to know, an equation is a problem put in letters and numbers. So these are problems of real life problems. And we just assign a value. In this case, this will be my equation. I will say that y represents the amount of money that I will spend at the zoo. And x represents the number of games I can play at the zoo. So how much money will I spend at the zoo will depend on how many games do I play. But the entrance fee, the constant in this equation, is $1. It's a good price, right? So every time I go to the zoo just to enter in the zoo, if I play no games, I will spend $1. And y is the how much money I will spend in all depends on how many games I play at the zoo. So if I want to graph this equation, I had to assign numbers. So let me start by assigning, let me make a table over here. And I will put, this will be x and this will be y. Number of games, and this is the amount of money that I will spend. So if I play one game, if I play 2 games, if I play 3 games, what will happen? Well, when x is 1, I just had to substitute here. Y will be minus 2 times 1 minus 1. And then I do this. It will be minus 2 minus 1. Y equals minus 3. If I spend only one game, if I play one game, I will spend $3 at the zoo. How about if I play 2 games? So let's substitute over here. Minus 2 times 2 minus 1. Y equal minus 2 minus 1. I'm sorry, 2 times 2 is 4. Y is equal minus 5. I will spend $5 if I play 2 games. And if I play 3 games, y is equal minus 2 times 3 minus 1. Y is equal minus 6 minus 1. Y is equal minus 7. And I have the 3 possible values that I use. So see, in these equations, there is more than one answer. And they have values of x and y. Now, if I am asked to graph this, I'm going to graph this equation over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. Okay. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Remember, this is the x's, and this is the y. Y positive and y negative and x negative. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So when x is 1, y is minus 3, so y will be here. When x is 2, y is minus 5, and when x is 3, y is minus 7. Those are I plot the points. To do the linear equations, you want to grab a ruler or something straight and right, put a line through the points, and there you have it. This is the graph of the linear equation of y equals minus 2x minus 1. Now you can, for these equations, you could have an equation that doesn't have the constant. Remember, this is the constant, the one that doesn't change, the entrance. You will spend that even if you play no games. But you could have an equation that is y equals minus 2x. That's possible. It means that the constant is 0, plus 0. You can have an equation that doesn't have x, like y equals minus 1. What do we do here? It means that there is no x values. So you grab the number minus 1 in y and you graph it like this. It's minus 1 all the way. This is the graph for equation y equals minus 1. There is no x value here. And you notice this is a horizontal line. So when there is no x, the line is a horizontal line. And sometimes you are giving no y, like x equals, let's put x equals minus 1/2. So there is no y values, therefore you grab minus 1/2 some place here, right? And this is the line for x equals minus 1/2. I put a fraction here because you can use fractions or whole numbers. It doesn't matter, or even decimals in an equation. Now, sometimes you will need to solve for x or for y. For instance, in our equation, in our same example, y minus 2x minus 1, and they are asking you, how many games can I play if I can only spend $5? And you know that y is the amount of money, so you put that on y. If you have only $5 to spend, I'm putting a minus because your money that's going away, how many games? Minus 2x minus 1. So the question here is the x. You had to solve for x. I'm going to switch around. Minus 2x minus 1 equals minus 5. Minus 2x equals minus 5 plus 1. Minus 2x equals minus 4. And x will be minus 4 divided by 2. X equals 2. I hope I did it right. Minus 5, let me check, double check, minus, yeah, plus 1. Yeah, I can only play, x is the number of games. So with $5, I can only play 2 games. See? So depend on the question, and you need to solve for the unknown, which is the variable. This will be also has to do with the unknown. Can be x or y. Some other times you will have the y that you will have to solve for. Let's say if you have an equation like y plus 1 equals minus 2x. And they are asking you to solve for y. So this is just an equation. Solve for means that you need to have that letter by itself. So solve for x, we are going to leave y here. You first has to do minus 2x, and this one goes to the other side, minus 1. Now that you have solved for y, then you can graph the linear equation or make the table or solve, find the numbers that fit there. Remember that you can have fractions here, not just whole numbers. And also, the equations doesn't have always to be x and y. It can have other letters. For instance, this same one, I could have written it like M equals minus 2, P minus 1. And I tell you that M is the amount of money that I will spend, and P is the number of games that I can play. So in the problem, the letters have a value and they stand for something. And they will tell you in the problem what they stand for, and you solve accordingly. I hope that helps. Have a good day.